Good day, Professor. I have to explain the workshop number 8. In this workshop, the title of the course is Multi-Body Dynamics Full Evaluation for Open and Closed Systems. I am Frank Manuel Castro. The objectives of the finally laboratory is the evaluate and simulation of forces and tires. And start. And step 1 is click on Adam's car. Adam's car icon. The Adam's car is a search in the desktop of the computer, and after we select from menu tools and manager and select Adam's car. After to the project manager and select Adam's car track, checking the box on the yes, load yes, and OK. After pass a create full vehicle is click on the file, open the assembly. After appear the next box. In the text box, I click on the right and search and the MCSE tractor semi-trailer point ESA and OK. And finally disappear the semi-trailer. For the click right and select option shaded, and next appear the semi-trailer. In step 1 there is the verify the units. In this case the units is click on the settings and verify units, millimeters, kilogram, newtons, seconds, degrees and hertz, and select OK. And in this laboratory the first case is the initial velocity is 16 km/h for the evaluation on the track. After the evaluation 2, evaluation 3 is the change to the initial velocity. In my case I changed to two velocities, 16 and 15. The first evaluation is the initial velocity is 16. Result is the in the following plotting result, we see how it affects the deflection on the tire on the trailer. In this case, we have two axes together, line red and line blue. In the back, the rear to which is the latest and the red penultimate weight. In this case, we can see the deformation that both suffer when they have and explain the force. To say a broad change on directions with the simulation that the trailer has, and we see how the rear axle too has a greater deformation. The result of test 1 with a trailer is inside well. In the following plotting result is the same that the last plotting, is the same that this plotting. We see how this affects the deflection of the tire of the trailer. On this case we have two lanes, trailer and the trailer 2, blue and red. It's similar the plotting result for the rear. In this case we also see how the deflection affects and how it returns to its normal state once the abrupt maneuver of change of direction is finished. For the test 2, I change the value. In my case, I change the value to 16 for the 15 km/h. And next, I have to explain the graphics. About the plotting result of the test 2, in this case, we use a lower initial velocity at 15 km/h. And if we look at the axis on the deformation, it has less speed. Since in the plotting result of the test 1 is a speed 16 km/h, and the deformation came to have about is 20.9 mm. In this case it is smaller, only reaches 21.5 mm with the appear in the graphics. And finally is the workshop question. The first question is how forces on tire affect chassis system. Uh, in this case, is two force affects the chassis system. The resistance of the rolling is the force affects the pneumatic. Is practically the force that impedes the movement, and also depends on the chassis because if this has more weight, there will the more friction and the vehicle will move slower in the way. Also depends on the coefficient of friction of the material that is made with tires and that of surface. And the other force is the centripetal force. These forces normally appear when there are curves in the extremely necessary signs. It helps to turn around quite well. Also, that is transferred as the force of the chassis and also affect the center of gravity on this. Number 2 question is what tire speed rating? The speed rating of the tire indicates the optimal velocity that the tire and maintaining safety over time. In short, is the fastest speed a tire can handle before it stops working, and this speed rating system is designed to help control of the safe performance on tire and the standardization speeds. In this case, the letter B indicates the velocity at which the tire can ride. The first picture I appear the description of the wheels, and the second picture is the symbology of the velocity. Is the accord velocity in kilometers per hour and meters per hour. And finally, question is does nitrogen make a difference in tires? It's a general rule. The inflation with nitrogen is always a good option to preserve the life of the tire. Since in addition to the advantage already mentioned, it has many more benefits. Because keeps tire pressure for longer and more stable. They are not affected by a high temperature or sudden change. Improvise the behavior of the tire. Improvise grip because in the stabilized pressure. It favors for the saving of the fuel. Its emission less than CO2. Care more about the environment and it is compatible with any tire. Thank you.